Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Dark with DLD After Dark. Had a little bit of a drive ahead of me, so figured I would do a quick little bonus stream. It's Friday, the day feels good. This feels weird, man.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Boom. All right, can y'all read me now? Can y'all read me now? Okay, we got audio. We got audio, bro. Okay, my apologies, y'all. Jiminy freaking crickets. I hear ya, but no picture. Metallica. Hey, that was like when Metallica for real fell off. What's up, Thirsty Colt? Mike Larson, thank you for joining us. Legoman, DB Cooper, DB, thank you, GKT. You get it with the 5x5. Zach Carr, Chanamemba. I just felt like I had to talk, man. I had a pretty bad last 24 hours or so. And I shared last night, you know, we had Shooting Gallery New England. Yeah, I'll be patchy for a minute. I'll be patchy like Apache, like an Apache warrior. But I'm coming out of the mountains, and I'll be literally like rocking like pristine connection. So I just ask that y'all be patient. Oh, dude, I wake up at 6 or 6:30 every single day. Even when like you see me in voice chat. Morning. I'll wake up at 6:30. Motherfuck. Jesus Christ, this is just a bad idea. This is just a bad idea. Bad, bad, bad. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you coming in and watching it. Guys, like I was saying, I'm coming out of the mountains. Um, I am going to be back in like real people village in a moment, where I will have mic and camera access. And then we'll be able to chat. I'm probably going to be pulling this stream down as soon as we're done. I just wanted to talk, man. I could sit here and talk to myself in the car and make myself feel like a crazy person, or I could talk with y'all and actually be productive in conversation. I want to live in the mountains too, and I also want to live in the mountains with things like Wi-Fi. So for those of y'all that caught the show last night, thanks, man. Can you tell that I shaved? Like, is it that obvious when I fucking don't take care of myself? Yeah, Tennessee would be money. So last night I had Joe from Shooting Gallery New England on on the show, um, and in the show, I did let y'all know that I just lost yesterday one of my best friends, and this one, I've buried a lot of my friends, man, a lot, but this one hurts. This one hurts. It's different. You know, this is one of the dudes that I used to make music with, and there's like 3 albums worth of music that him and I and another dude had put out, and this is how like substance abuse is, right? Like the little circle of people that you're in, the community that you're in, of people that are struggling with substance abuse, whether you're actively using or not. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Ready to Snap. Damn, that's a dope ass name, Ready to Snap. Thank you guys. Whether you're actively using or just in recovery and actually truly, seeking sobriety, you end up in this circle of people that it's like having a community of people that are bank robbers. It's like they have 3 options: stop doing drugs, or stop robbing banks, or go to jail, or die. Those are the 3 outcomes, period. Oh, that's not true. Or continue doing drugs, which you may as well be dead, because that's the level of productivity you lead in a life where you are just using drugs. You just exist for one purpose, and that is for the acquisition of drugs by any means necessary. And a lot of you guys know that I was an IV user of heroin and other opiates for a long time. And November 5th, 2010, I chose to get clean. And when you choose to get clean, you have to break away from the nouns. You have to break away from the people, places, and things that you're accustomed to in your life of substance abuse. And why can't people just smoke pot and drink? It's an interesting thing. Like, I did just used to, smoke pot and drink. Now I don't do anything at all. Barely drink. I mean, I'll have a drink every now and then. I'm not one of the guys that's like, oh, I can't even have a beer, or I'll go off the deep end and you'll find me in the city in 2 weeks, face down, like, and I know people like that don't have the discipline, and I'm not saying there's anything bad about that, like, to each their own, right? I don't even know, honestly, if my friend died of an overdose, but I am willing to bet that it is highly likely that he either overdosed and they found him, or there's a big problem right now with pressed pills. So what people are doing to make money, because they're pieces of shit and money controls their life, and they're willing to put other people in the risk of losing their life for them to make money. People are doing things like taking fentanyl and Xanax or other benzodiazepines or other opiates, like, morphine's a cheap opiate too. Mixing benzos and opiates together, and then getting the molds and the presses for pills, and then pressing out a shitload of pills themselves and then selling them. And people end up buying them, and like These people don't think about, like, they think people are just gonna eat them. Like, no, people are gonna eat them. People are gonna snort them. People are gonna shoot them. You know, I used to do with pills. I used to slam them in my arm. So if I, if I were to guess and I'd say, okay, let's just say that he took, he's been clean and he was just kind of teeter-tottering or dabbling or whatever, and he's like, you know what, I could do one pill, and you think you're taking 30 milligrams of oxycodone hydrochloride or Roxy or whatever you want to call it, and you end up doing 1,200 micrograms of fentanyl on accident intravenously, you'll likely die. I don't know much about dosing in fentanyl, but that would kill your ass. So it's fucking with me. I actually broke down yesterday a couple times. I actually broke down right before the show, and that's probably the second time I cried in the last decade. Because thank you, common courtesy. Good to see you here, brother. But see, that's the problem, game over. You fall in love with the needle. It's almost like not even about the drug anymore. It's about the needles. You fall in love with the method of administration. People don't talk about that. Even to this day, this coming up November, a couple months away, I will be 11 years clean. And guess what? I am still addicted to the needle. Psychologically, in my brain, I am still in love with, because it becomes, addiction becomes like a love, like a relationship. You love that thing. And when relating it to a relationship, if you go without that person or that thing for so long, you only remember the good things. You only remember the positive things, right? It's like a chick. You're like, man, I really miss, being close to this person. Or I really miss, the sex. Or I really miss, when she's nice to me. Then you get back with her, and then she's yelling at you. She's all mean. It's like, damn, that's why I left your ass. It's the same thing with drugs. You go back to drugs, you remember setting up. You remember filling that spoon with water. You remember stirring it with a syringe. You remember all that shit. You remember drawing blood to register in the syringe to make sure you were in a vein. You remember shooting it. You remember the rush. You remember the pins and needles. You get that feeling all over your body when you slam that dose. And that's what you remember. Then afterwards, you get sick. Then afterwards, you run around chasing money so you can get high and lying to people, stealing, and you forget about the negative parts. You forget about that. And a lot of people have loved ones right now that are dealing with serious substance abuse like this, and you may not even know. I hit it. I was holding a director position for a good sized company, and I was slamming dope at my desk, and people had no idea. Did it just cut out again? Dude, if it just cut out again, I'm gonna be so freaking mad. Hold on, y'all. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh. Alright, can y'all hear me? Give me something. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Oh, just low volume. Do I have to speak up a little bit? Yeah, my bad, y'all. I'm sorry. It's because I'm out on this freaking Goddamn 5G, 5G, and 5G accessories. Um, Yell at me, bro. Oh, that's great. Um, Hold up. Tell me if this is better. Hopefully, this is a little bit better. Um, a lot of people have friends, family, and loved ones that are using right now. And you may know, you may not know, but it is the most difficult thing to beat because you're not beating the drug, you are beating yourself. You are physically addicted, you are psychologically addicted, you are, I mean, dude, it's a motherfucker. And what I had to go through, I don't wish on anybody. And like sobriety, cleanliness, a healthy life like doesn't stop, right? So I still have the mind of a junkie in a way, right? Like I still have the mind of a junkie. I still, act out on shit like that. I still like I build guns, you know, just as uh, I treat like super addicted to guns and super addicted to the consumerism bullshit for guns and knives and ammo and training and or sugar fucking you know uh, uh, eating like that. Like addiction is like quite literally like it could be applied to anything. I'm gonna park real quick, dude. I'm sorry. I will. It'll come back. Give me a second. 420. Just saying. um, Subutex works if you want to quit. So I am on. I quit dope and got addicted to AKs. Yeah, I know that feeling. Um, I'm sorry about the shitty service, y'all. I know it sucks, but you know, I wanted to talk. Um, but I don't know. I'm just fucking sad. I feel bad. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for his family. I feel bad for our friends. And like I said this before, it's like I've experienced loss before. And thanks, brother. I've experienced loss before. And when I did, I get, I've gotten mad. Like I got mad at God. I got mad at the person that passed away, the decisions they made. I got mad at the world. Um, but honestly, right now, I'm mad at myself because I made a decision when I got clean to rid myself and my life and everything in my life that was negative, I decided to set a standard. If you use, we're not talking. If you, even if you like get clean and you dabble or whatever, we're not talking. And that's the hardest thing, because it's like, how do I turn my back on my brothers that are getting clean? Like, they're going through the same struggle I am. How the fuck can I turn my back on my brothers that are going through the same exact shit that I am? And I thought about this. And there's a difference. So, seriously, feel sad and mourn, but be happy you made the right decision to live. Yeah. Feels good to get that shit off your chest. Great job on staying sober. You got the shit. Thanks, man. Seems selfish, but you have to, man. So here's my thoughts behind that. And this is almost like prolific, but it is so simple. Damn, there's a bunch of bitches out here. Damn. Sorry, I had to crack my back, and there happened to be some booty cheeks. Um, so this is like prolific, and at the same time, it is so simple. And one of the things I always say is that simplicity is the highest level of sophistication, hands down. The more simple you can make something, the more sophisticated it can become. There is a difference. And I'll say it like this. Mark Twain, he said, quitting cigarettes is the easiest thing to do. I do it all the time. And think about that for a second. So Mark Twain, smart motherfucker. Mark Twain is a smart motherfucker. Quitting cigarettes is one of the easiest things to do. I do it all the time, because they describe quitting as a process, right? No one commits. Everyone commits to quitting. They don't commit to stopping. There's a difference. Like, I stopped, right? So if you're like, oh, I'm quitting using drugs, quitting is a process. Stopping is an act. I am choosing to set a standard for myself in which I will never do drugs again. Like, I will never shoot heroin into my body again. And that's a commitment to myself. That's different. So the difference is like when I see in other people, and this is kind of, I guess I'm like complaining and justifying at the same time. My mama didn't raise no quitter. So I don't even know how to say it, but I guess it's kind of like this. I made the decision to stop doing drugs. I made the decision to stop doing drugs November 5th, 2010. And I have not touched that drug since then. Now, some people would say that I'm on the maintenance medication, so I'm not truly clean. Fuck off. I'm not destroying my life shooting heroin into my veins. So I'm doing A-okay in my book. And yeah, that may be a little bit of like a underachiever in me. Okay. But, I'd rather stay on a maintenance medication for the rest of my fucking life than be back out slamming dope. But when I made that decision to stop, and then other people make the decision to start quitting, how am I supposed to stop and live my life the way I desire to live my life around you, and us be friends and us continue to be brothers when I care about you and I love you, but you still make the fucking decisions to use drugs? to run around fucking with drugs and guns and fucking robbing people, and like that's like a terrible thing for somebody that is like very insistent and intent on remaining clean and stopping doing drugs. So I said, you know what? We can't kick it. I love you and I care about you and I'm here for you and we can't kick it. Sorry. And I had to cut off a lot of people. And you know what? A lot of them are fucking dead. A lot of them I've buried, whether it's overdose or suicide. Some are in jail. You know, shit, one of them ate a fucking quarter ounce of heroin because, absolutely. One of them ate a quarter ounce of heroin because he was on papers and didn't want to get violated. That means probation. He was on probation, didn't want to get violated. He got pulled over. So he ate a quarter ounce, 2/8. So that's 7 grams of raw heroin. And they found something else in the car, violated him, took him to jail. And it busted open when he was in jail. And this is how fucked up this is. They came and they gave him a dinner tray. They put a dinner tray on the cell. And the jail that this happened in doesn't exist anymore, so it doesn't matter. But um, it's fucked up, like what happened. They put a dinner tray on the cell. There's like a little shelf where they can put, they can put shit. They can put meal trays and whatnot. Came back in the morning. The dinner tray was still there. They put a breakfast tray on top of the dinner tray. Okay? So all this time has gone by now. They don't know. They just leaving him in his freaking cell. And then they come back and put a lunch tray on top. So now a third tray. They come back with a dinner tray, which I'm sure they would have just put on top, but they didn't have room. And then they figured they would check on him. So 24 fucking hours had passed by when this dude ate 7 grams of raw dope. Dead. Right around that same time, his brother was doing 5 years, Fed time, and, well, anything beyond 12 months is Fed time, but you know what I'm saying. His brother was doing 5 years. His dad went into the garage, turned on the Harley, and fucking killed himself in the garage. So his mom, a person that I know, care about, and love, was in that house alone, by herself, buried her son, buried her husband, and could visit her other son from time to time. Like that is the kind of destruction that drugs bring to a family. And that's just like one example. In that same jail, before it was torn down, another friend of mine killed himself because technically a user is always in recovery based on the program. I think it's vital for some people to go by the program. Others can survive and stay clean without it. Totally true. People's individual path to what's up, Kimball, by the way. People's individual path to recovery is, unique to them. But I will still stand by my statement and say that stopping it is the only way for recovery, because recovery also happens up here, right? This is where the majority of your recovery is, right? Because if I don't fix up here, if I don't work on things up here and, shift my mindset and look at things differently, then, I could, with 11 years clean, I could go right back and boom, relapse. A lot of people that I know right now, I guarantee you, they've been clean for a very long time, got the news that my homie passed away, and they're probably going to go get high because they didn't commit to stopping doing drugs. Just stop doing drugs. Just stop. And I know I make it sound so simple. All you have to do is stop. But that's it. Thanks, Kimball. I appreciate you. I do, man. And that's why I felt like I had to come on and talk. And I know the beginning of the stream is choppy as fuck and it's a pain in the ass, but I just had to talk about shit a little bit. Aside from 3 people, almost every single one of my friends are dead, in jail, or still using drugs. What the fuck? And I didn't grow up in the hood, dude. I mean, it's not the best area where I grew up, but it's just suburbs, you know? What's up, Agrizer? I know I did a drive and park live with Dark. You got to make the decision no matter what happens. I'm not going to use. Yep. No matter what. It is a standard. It is it's a commitment. I mean, I have to realize that if I stick a needle in my arm, I am putting a gun under my chin. Yeah, that's true shit. You're lucky if you make it through life with 1, maybe 2 friends from the old days. DEA is the cartel. They take out any competition as well. Ain't that the truth, man? Corrupt ass fucking government. The pain pill epidemic was the middle upper class people's heroin. It had no class boundaries, really. I know. And you know where it leads people? To heroin. I appreciate that, man. Thanks, Walter. But the reason it leads you to heroin is because, when I started, I didn't just start, shooting smack when I was 15, right? You start by, eating some pills. Then you start by eating pills on a consistent basis. Then you start eating pills on a daily basis. Then you start going after more powerful pills, smaller, more powerful pills. Then you eat those. Then you're like, damn, eating these is stupid. I'm going to start snorting them. Then you start snorting them. Then you start shooting them. Once you're snorting pills, you are around a group of people that are all addicts, and the likelihood of you being around IV users is highly likely. And it tempts you because all of them are like, dude, why are you wasting that drug that I would, shoot? Why are you wasting that in your nose? And that's how it happened to me. Sometimes people go from sniffing pills to sniffing dope, snorting dope, whatever. And then after that, it stops getting them high because it stops getting you high completely. It only makes you well. That's it. So you wake up, you're dope sick, and the only thing you can do is do opiates to become well. Doesn't even really get you high anymore. Till you start slamming that shit. And when you slam it, it's I'm sorry, and I know this could be triggering people that may be in recovery too. Do not do what your so-called friends do. That is bad. Yeah. So I think this has taught me a lot. This is difficult, but it's taught me a lot. And the first thing I think of is like, man, like it is important to care for the people that you are around every day, all day. The people that you kind of forget to care about, the people that you forget to love, the people that you forget to tell that you love. So my first thought is, cherish life, you know, which I don't want people to get confused when they hear me say, like, you know, practice violence and, be um, as dangerous as you possibly can be. It's not to take life, it's to preserve yours. It's just fucked up, dude. I never got the taste for depressants. I did like the uppity up stuff. I couldn't afford to do much financially or otherwise. Yeah, I feel you. Um, I was asked to help with like the service and the whole process, and they're gonna have to bring his body back to Virginia. And like, I don't know, like I'm probably gonna have to help raise money to bring his body back to Virginia, because if his mom has to cremate him just to be able to afford to bring him back to Virginia, she wouldn't be able to see him one more time, you know. And this is like one of the most witty, funny, artistic, creative, hilarious dudes that I know or knew, you know. Ooh, ow, fuck. But I don't know. I think it's different because, like some of you guys are saying, like I got a family. I have a child that doesn't have the ability to take care of herself. It is my responsibility to take care of her. Right? It's my responsibility to take care of my wife. It's my responsibility to hold down the family. And I got brothers and sisters and nephews and nieces and cousins and uncles and aunts, and I got to hold down my family always. Thanks, Swampy. I appreciate you. Well, I just wanted to bring a couple of those things up. The difference between quitting and the difference between stopping. And I love that quote from Mark Twain. Quitting smoking cigarettes is the easiest thing to do. I do it all the time. Because quitting isn't stopping. Um, you know, yeah, that's it. You guys have any questions or anything? Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it, man. Oh, airlines offer a bereavement rate for immediate family. It's like $49. Damn, that's what's up. I'll check that out. That's a good reason for motivation. So let's catch up and chat. Jesus, come on. Thank you, Swampy. Albert says, you are alive. Do everything you can to stay that way. There are real people that count on you. Thanks, brother. All I can tell you, stay clean. Yeah, we talked about that. Oh, dude, you ever feel like you got to crack your neck? But my bad. I'm getting phone calls and shit. Yeah, no, yeah, it's bothering me, and I know like I'll be good, but the thing that I kind of struggle with is like having to go through and help with the process of, you know, the whole service and all these people, dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people that all were from that part of my life, me being injected back into that like scene in a way. Um, you know, it's crazy. But anyway, I just wanted to share, man. You know, a lot of the times this shit's like so taboo that nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to bring it up. Everyone wants to sweep it under the rug. And, you know, I've seen too many families destroyed over this shit. So I just wanted to talk about it. But thanks. I appreciate you. Thank you, Swampy. I'll take a look. Um, who are you billing for this break? Yeah, I'll send you a bill, Walter. How about that? Um, love you too, brother. Yeah, I don't know. You know, what I say at the end of every single stream, like I genuinely mean, right? Like, be kind, contribute to others, take care of other people. Like, your life will become so much more when you contribute to other people. Um, so, I mean that. Make sure that you take advantage of the time while you're with people that you care about and that you love. Make sure you tell them that you love them, care about them, and also people in the community. Take care of them. Be compassionate. You know, realize like how blessed you are to have what you have and who you have in your life. Because you never know. Could be like just one day gone, dunzo. Like even for me, the medication that I'm on, my fucking doctor prescribes Narcan because like, what if one day I just fucking suffocate in my sleep? You know, what if you'll have to jab my ass with some fucking Narcan? Um, and it's unlikely. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I still got a seltzer. Yes. Bubbly water. My bad, y'all. I missed a bunch of chat. Thank you, Walter. Yeah, for real. The old poke. Yeah. Thank y'all. I'll let y'all go, man. I appreciate you guys more than you may ever know. Um, because I was actually able to talk to you guys and not just like ranting in my head or alone in my car. But just realize that it is important that, you know, if you choose to, that you live life like that you care about people and that you're a good person. Because one day you are going to fucking die. And when you fucking die, people are going to be gathered around your corpse, and they're going to be talking about you. And the thing that I think of, not from a place of judgment, but from a place of like, what impact did you make? What type of impact did you leave? Like, you know, what kind of legacy did you leave for yourself and your family? They're going to be talking about what kind of person you were, and you get to write your story on what they're going to say. So just remember that. That's all I got. I love y'all. Take it easy. I may do another bonus stream. I'm probably going to call it a boner stream, you know, because it's hilarious and I have to use that opportunity to use the word boner. But yeah, I love y'all, man. Thank you for being here. Peace. Oh, yeah. Be dangerous and stuff. Later, y'all.